What's up, North County? I'm your host, Randy Doty, and we are back with Coach Crow in the house. Welcome back.
Thanks. Glad to be here.
Yeah, so, gosh, we had a great game on Friday.
Yeah,
Tell me about it.
Well, like we talked about last week, we got to play better. I mean, after the Kalinga game, we seriously talked to the kids. First thing we had to play smarter, and we did. We got that turnover early. They fumbled. We went in and scored, and we stopped them and scored. Then we blocked a punt and scored, and then we got another fumble. So we got rolling early, and then we were really able to run our fullback. Our Wyatt Ramey had a really good game, and we got our fullback game going, and we felt pretty good about it.
Oh, yeah, he ran for 171 yards.
Yeah, he ran for 170. We ran for over 300 as a team. And
That's awesome.
Yeah, we were, and we got up, and then we didn't really have to throw it. We hit a couple big balls early, passes. And, our kids played well. Played really well in the special teams, really well in the kicking game.
Oh, yeah. Well, and the defense held their own, too. You got Lane, you got Pashong. I mean, they all had great games,
Johnny
too.
had a really good game. Johnny's a really good football player. I mean, he was all league as a sophomore, so he had a really good game.
Well, speaking of that, I was noticing the bulk of your defense is made up of juniors.
9.
Wow.
We started 9. We start 9, and we start one corner, JT Martinez, and then Dylan Hemley plays safety, and everybody else is juniors.
Oh, that's awesome. And so kickoff, the weather was another factor.
By the time we kicked off, it wasn't bad.
Because we started at
7:30.
7:30.
We started a little later. The JV game was pretty warm. That's why they went running clock, and then of course the county stepped in on Thursday, and said, the heat index, blah 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 blah. So we canceled the freshman game. Which they were going to be running clock too, but they wound up saying no. They actually, what was really strange is Paso and Aurora Grande were going to play a freshman game Thursday night at 7, and they canceled it. And
wonder why.
they just said it was too hot. And I go, man, 7 o'clock at night. But
we get that heat that just does. I mean, no breeze. I mean, thankfully we get that little wind channel through Templeton.
Yeah.
So that 100
helps
degrees.
a lot.
Oh, totally.
Yeah, especially on our practice field. Up where we practice, that breeze really helps in the afternoon a lot.
Absolutely. And then Friday again had another great attendance, record.
For as hot as it was, and for games canceling and running clock and stuff. Yeah, it was a good crowd. They were into it. Yep.
So Bakersfield 49-6. Last Friday. This week we got Firebaugh.
Yes.
Right. So tell me a little bit about that.
Firebaugh last year was a really good football team. They were 10-2. They made it into the second round of the Division III playoffs.
Oh, wow.
But they graduated like 18 or 20 kids, and both their quarterback and running back. And then their coach left. So they're really in a rebuilding mode. They still have some good players. They have a really good sophomore quarterback, number 5, Seha, who's a pretty good player. Like their running back, 23, he's a good player. And they're, like everybody else, they're going to be bigger than us up front. But they're playing with a bunch of inexperienced guys. And they played Carruthers last Friday, who beat Kalinga, so they're a pretty good team. And they played Fowler, who beat them. But they're one of those teams that are going to be way better at the end of the season than they are now. So I hope that they don't try to get real good against us. But they're, like I said, traditionally Firebaugh is pretty tough, good football teams.
Yeah, because looking at some of their game from last Friday, I mean, they have a pretty good sized line.
Oh yeah, they're a lot bigger than we are. But yeah, and they'll just try to line up. If their quarterback got nicked up and didn't play, so they played a different kid at quarterback last week, they're just going to try to run us over. If he's back, they'll spread you out and let him run around and make some plays.
And the quarterback can throw.
Yeah,
he can throw pretty well.
Yeah, he's a good player. Yeah, I like him. He's their future. Yeah,
nice.
Number 5. Yeah.
So what's our key for this Friday's win?
Well, just like last Friday, number 1, if we continue to build on what we did last Friday and not turn the ball over on offense, and get lined up right on defense, I think we got a good. We'll be fine. But they do some stuff we haven't seen. They're getting some 2 tight ends with a wishbone, which is 3 backs, which we haven't seen this year. They're getting pistol eye, which we haven't seen. So we've worked on the last 2 days getting our adjustments in. And today we practiced this morning at 6 a.m. to stay out of the heat, and we had a really good practice this morning.
Oh wow! So I wanted to ask you a question on the offensive side. So you have 2 weapons. You have a running quarterback and you have a passing quarterback. Is that the kind of the game plan for this year?
Well, yeah, and they do both bring something completely different to the table.
Absolutely.
And one's 6'2", 195. The other one's 5'7", 170. And and just is like a little tiger in a cage. And also we gets Anthony to play some wing too, so he gets some touches there. But it's been
it's hard to defend.
Correct, and it's not really who has the hot hand type thing. It's just game plan, what we want to do, what we feel like we can do. So it's not like we go into the game, okay, he's going to play 2 series, he's going to play 2 series, he'll play quarters or anything like, or like what Michigan's doing when they split starts. It's kind of what we feel is going to work,
right,
and what we're going to do. And they're both, and the good news is, and a lot of people say if you have 2 quarterbacks, you have none. Well, we're not in that situation because they both root for each other. They're both really good kids. And they're both team guys, and they're not me guys. And some quarterbacks aren't that way. Some guys want every snap, and they're me guys because they're quarterbacks. I mean,
right.
They're the divas, right? They're the quarterbacks. But these 2 guys are all about team and rooting for each other. So it's been a good situation.
Oh yeah, you have a bunch of great kids on that team.
Yeah, we feel. I tell our coaching staff all the time, when our kids do something dumb, with our high school kids are going to do something dumb. We all did. But I'm like, but our kids honestly are good kids. They're not, they're not troublemakers. They're not in trouble at school. They're not, police ain't bringing them home.
Right.
We have pretty good kids, and they get along really well together. It's pretty unique.
Awesome. So we're looking at another later start time for Friday?
7:30 at the moment.
Okay.
And it's supposed to be really hot in Firebaugh today, like really hot, but cooling off. So hopefully we're below 100 at game time, but I'm not counting on it. I think
awesome.
We might kick off. And I have not heard, when I get back to school, we're going to talk about what we're going to do with the JVs, if they're going to go running clock again or not. But right now it's 5 o'clock JV, 7:30 varsity.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, there you go, Coach.
Thanks guys.
Thanks for coming in. Yep. Wish you all the luck Friday. We'll see you there.
All right, sounds good.
There you have it, guys. We will see you on Friday in Firebaugh.